Hello and welcome to Sports Geek. Now that the 2021 men's NCAA tournament is all set, you will need the right information to make the right picks in your March Madness bracket. In this video, we will summarize the important facts for you to decide who to choose in the top 4 seeds. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and remember to give a thumbs up if you like the video and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, without further ado, let's jump in. Gonzaga Bulldogs. This might be the best team Mark Few has ever coached. Depth and efficiency, 52% clip against man, 61% against zone per Synergy Sports data. Jalen Suggs is a projected top 5 pick, and he can be the best player on the floor anytime. Corey Kispert, the West Coast Conference Player of the Year, who made 44% of his three-point attempts, is also a top lottery pick in latest NBA mock draft. Drew Timm would be the number 1 player for most of the teams in the country. Let's not forget about Andrew Nembhard. Leaves a strong collection of reserves who have helped this team beat Power 5 opponents such as Kansas, West Virginia, Virginia, and Iowa. The undefeated number 1 overall seed has a strong possibility at the first perfect season since Indiana's run in 1976. Bayer Bears. Jared Butler and Davion Mitchell are projected first-round picks per latest NBA mock draft. Maceo Teague is averaging 15.8 PPG and connecting on nearly 40% of his three-point attempts. The Bears lead the nation with a 43% clip from 3, and they force turnovers on nearly 1/5 of their opponents' possessions. Although the 83-74 loss to Oklahoma State in the Big 12 tournament semifinals, it's fair to ask if this Baylor group still owns top defense program in the nation. Illinois fighting Illini. Illinois beat Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Michigan in the 3-game stretch. The latter was a win by 23 points. Ayo Dosunmu, the Wooden Award contender and NBA prospect, did not play in those games. But now that Dosunmu has returned, the Big Ten tournament champion Illinois possesses the depth to handle any team in the field. Kofi Cockburn made 66.4% of his shots inside the arc during Big Ten play, the top mark in the league. But the emergence of freshman Andre Curbelo, who averaged 15.7 PPG in his last 4 regular season games, has only enhanced this program's potential. It has been 16 years since Illinois lost to North Carolina in the national title game in 2005, but this group has a chance to make a close run. Michigan Wolverines. Michigan and freshman Hunter Dixon are proof that a modern college team can still thrive around a big man. Entering the postseason, Michigan had averaged 112 points per 100 possessions, 54% from inside the arc, 42% from the three-point line, while holding its opponents to a 39% clip inside the arc with Dickinson on the floor. If Isaiah Livers, who missed Saturday's Big Ten semifinal matchup against Ohio State due to a foot injury, is unavailable, this will not be the same team, and those Final Four dreams will face a significant hurdle. Alabama Crimson Tide. Nate Oates' squad put together a great come-from-behind rally for the whole season. The Tide are a quandary for any opponent. With 6'5" John Petty and the versatile 6'8" Herbert Jones, the SEC Player of the Year, Alabama can play small ball and uses top 10 tempo to beat teams in transition. But that speed doesn't result in bad decisions. Alabama made 38% of its three-point attempts in league play and maintained the SEC's most efficient defense too. It won the SEC regular season and tournament titles, and has lost just 1 game, an 81-66 road loss to Arkansas on February 24th, since February 6th. Houston Cougars. Caleb Mills, the team's top scorer last season, transferred after playing in 4 games. Nate Hinton, the number 3 scorer from a season ago, turned pro. Fabian White, 4th in scoring in 2019 to 2020, suffered a torn ACL before the season and missed 19 games before returning on February 18th against Wichita State. Still, Kelvin Sampson's team locked up a top 2 seed after powering through the American Athletic Conference tournament with just 3 losses. The Cougars finished the regular season ranked in the top 10 in adjusted offensive and defensive efficiency per KenPom, And Quentin Grimes, a former 5-star recruit at Kansas, played like an All-American. Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa played some of its best basketball in the final weeks of the season. The Hawkeyes finished 7-1 in their last 8 games of the Big Ten season, a stretch that included a sweep of Wisconsin and a road win over Ohio State. The other positive development is that Luka Garza, the Wooden Award favorite throughout the season, is the star of their show. He finished second to Obi Toppin in the race for the honor last season, but he's more efficient at the 3-point line, 43%, and the charity stripe, 71% this season. What might go wrong? The injury bug has arrived. Jack Nunge is out for the season, but that just means Joe Wieskamp and others have to play at a higher level, which they did throughout the Big Ten tournament. Ohio State Buckeyes. Although the recent 4-game losing streak entering the Big Ten tournament ended that dream, still, the run was proof that Chris Holtmann's team could fight through a tough stretch and beat good teams. The same task the Buckeyes accepted in their run to the Big Ten tournament title game, and the same one they'll try to pull off in the NCAA tournament. However, Dwayne Washington and E.J. Liddell can't do it alone. The Buckeyes will need better interior defense, a problem against the league's top big men, and consistency from Kyle Young, who scored 18 points in a February win over Maryland, but didn't record double-digit points again for a month after that effort. Arkansas Razorbacks. After a 31-point road loss to Alabama on January 16th, Eric Musselman's squad didn't lose another SEC game in the regular season. Their success this season is tied to an overlooked freshman who quickly evolved. Moses Moody, a projected lottery pick in the latest NBA mock draft, has made 58% of his assisted spot-up attempts, per Synergy Sports data, and Arkansas has made 53% of its shots with Moody on the floor this season. He's one of the 4 players averaging double figures for a program that has won 9 in a row prior to Saturday's loss to LSU in the SEC tournament semifinals. Kansas Jayhawks. Back in January, Bill Self has not yet found the right rotation at a team that had lost Devin Dotson and Udoka Azubuike from last season's squad, clearly hadn't filled that void. But then February arrived, and the Jayhawks seemed to make a conscious choice to use strong defense to pull them through the final stretch of the season, and it worked. Also, David McCormack, who averaged 16.7 PPG in his past 4 games, is expected to return for the NCAA tournament after missing the Big 12 tournament due to COVID-19 protocols. Texas Longhorns. Texas Longhorns swept Kansas in the regular season and gained momentum with an 8-2 rally over its last 10 at a Big 12 tournament championship. The backcourt is stacked with gamers: Courtney Ramey, Andrew Jones, and Matt Coleman III. Greg Brown and Kai Jones are a pair of big men who are both projected first-round picks in the latest mock draft. This group has the balance that North Carolina used to win the 2017 national title. Both teams made just over 35% of their 3-point attempts and more than 51% of their shots inside the arc. West Virginia Mountaineers. West Virginia led the league in free throw rate and was second overall in offensive efficiency. Derek Culver and Miles McBride stabilized the Mountaineers after Oscar Tshiebwe transferred after playing just 10 games. Let's not forget about Taz Sherman. West Virginia averaged 107 points per 100 possessions, with the 6'4" guard on the floor and 97 points per 100 possessions without him. Florida State Seminoles. The ACC's most efficient offensive team, along with a defense that led the league with a 45% clip inside the arc for opposing teams. Scotty Barnes, a projected lottery pick in the latest mock draft, has recorded double digits in scoring in 4 of his last 7 games in the regular season prior to the ACC tournament. He's the number 3 scorer behind Raquan Gray and MJ Walker. Oklahoma State Cowboys. Cade Cunningham is a projected number 1 pick. Oklahoma State will enter each game with the most talented player on the floor. Cunningham and Oklahoma State have played like a top seed and real contender in recent weeks, a run that has included victories over Texas and Texas Tech, a sweep of Oklahoma, and 2 wins over West Virginia, 1 without Cunningham. The top of the bracket with Michigan, Illinois, Baylor, and Gonzaga is strong, but Cunningham and Oklahoma State boast the talent to crash the party. Purdue Boilermakers. The Boilermakers finished 4th, ahead of Ohio State and Wisconsin in the Big Ten standings with a 13-6 record. Few teams in America can match Purdue's front court size with a 6'10" Trevion Williams and a 7'4" Zach Edey in the paint. It's still unclear if the Boilermakers can hang with the top-tier teams in America. They lost to Illinois, Michigan, and Iowa by 40 points combined, but their 6-10 finish in the regular season suggests Painter's crew is improving. Virginia Cavaliers. This is another potentially exceptional and efficient Tony Bennett squad, one that made 39.1% of its three-point attempts and finished second in defensive efficiency in league play. Marquette transfer Sam Hauser and Jay Huff are tough players, but this team doesn't have the level of talent that guided the program to its first national title 2 years ago, so it will have to do it with balance and depth. That's it for the teams in top 4 seeds. Comment below and let us know who you will pick in which game and why. Also remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. Thanks for watching and see you next time.